Brooklyn Independent Television.
Declared a National Historic Landmark in 1976, the East Flatbush home of baseball great Jackie Robinson still stands strong right here on Tilden Avenue. Robinson lived here from 1947 when he was Rookie of the Year for the Brooklyn Dodgers through 1949 when he was declared the team's most valuable player. Gandhi said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." And local resident Ann Pope is doing just that. Her organization, Sustainable Flatbush, focuses on showing each one of us what changes we can make to build a better community.
Sustainable Flatbush is a grassroots, neighborhood-based environmental organization right here in beautiful Flatbush, Brooklyn. I've been interested in environmental topics for a long time, but there were two of them that kind of spurred me in this direction. I became really interested in the idea of retrofitting older buildings to become more energy efficient. I discovered this is a really complicated issue, but I began to educate myself about it. So I got involved at that time also with a group called Transportation Alternatives that does a lot of advocacy for public transportation and bicycle infrastructure. I felt that if this was something that I could play a small role in making a reality here in New York City, that was something I wanted to do. As soon as I began to research this idea of sustainability, I became interested in urban agriculture and green spaces, in recycling and waste reduction. My interest just began to range kind of far and wide. So when I started Sustainable Flatbush, it began to really concentrate around what became our 4 initiatives, bringing education and information about energy efficiency and alternative energies to people here in the neighborhood. We've promoted block parties and bike rides, and urban gardening and farming is something that we've done a lot of work around. We helped found a community garden, and now we're the primary sponsors of it. And then the last one is called Zero Waste, and this is really about teaching people about recycling. But today's event is in some ways even more important because reusing is really where zero waste begins. That's actually a much better alternative than recycling.
My name's Christina Salvi. I'm with Freecycle New York City, and today we're having a free meet. Freecycle is actually an online gifting network where people who have things to get rid of can find people who need those things, and then they just use email to figure out the details of making the exchange. Free meets are our live version of that, where you can come, bring anything that's portable, take what you want, or just go home and enjoy your freshly cleaned apartment.
The purpose of the free meet is to keep usable items out of the landfill. So people who have things that still work, that they don't want to throw away, can bring them here and leave them, and people who will take them and do something with them can come and take them. Everything is free, everyone is welcome. And when I heard about this idea, I thought we really should be doing this here in my neighborhood. Sustainability is really about us developing ways of life that will allow us to leave the earth in better condition than we found it, at least as good and hopefully better. So it sounds very simple, but it actually requires us to rethink almost everything that we do, whether it's transportation, how we get around, how we heat and cool our homes, the food that we eat and where it comes from. But what we're trying to do with Sustainable Flatbush is to really work on this very local level to bring sustainability concepts to people. Some time ago, I met a woman called Carolyn Gillis who started something called the Green Edge Network, which is like a green social network here in New York City. And they do a lot of different kinds of events, usually around food. And she had started something called Neighborhood Supper Clubs. And I thought, wow, what a great idea. I want to have one of those. We kind of got that going. They have tended to have different kind of themes, but really what they're all about is just people getting to know each other. It's a community building event. People love to eat and share food, and we really have a lot of fun. It's really been a great way to get to know more of my neighbors.
My name is Mickey Josie, and we are at Michael and Madeline's in Flatbush at the Flatbush Supper Club.
What we're going to do is do a little bit of demonstrating, but people, like we did with the worm composting events, People can plant their own too, but we're going to do a little bit of a demo beforehand.
So I've been wanting to do potlucks, and I met Anne and Keika over the summer, and so I told them I was interested in doing supper clubs because I'd heard about supper clubs on the Green Edge Collaborative website.
These actually look like they're actual little seeds from a squash plant, just dried. Yeah.
This is actually a major idea of being in touch with your community, like doing the supper clubs and the potlucks. Other than meeting people, it's about sharing and being involved.
The Flatbush Supper Club has been meeting monthly. We don't have a regular schedule for it, but you can always find out when the next one's going to be. Everyone is welcome. Just bring some food. We have our website, sustainableflatbush.org, and people can read about what we're doing there. They can sign up for our email list to learn about what's coming up next.
Follow us on Twitter at BK Independent TV.